It is 10 o'clock on a very busy Tuesday morning of weather. I'm meteorologist Trevor Birchett. We are live in the ABC 24 Weather Center. We are live on ABC 24 Plus. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, all over the place. Wherever you can get us, we're also live on the ABC 24 app to give you the latest information on this wintry weather that we have gone through this morning. And unfortunately, there is more to come. Good morning, John. I do want to let you know we're watching the Facebook comments. So if you have any questions about the weather, I'll have an eye on those comments. And then if you have any things to share about what's going on in your neighborhood, we'd love to hear that too. So go ahead and let us know again in the comments. I'll be keeping an eye on that. I want to start out with radar right now. We are in that dry period. You heard me talk about yesterday when we did a live. We were going to have two rounds. We were going to have round one, then we were going to have round two. Round one is done. And pretty much as expected, it caused some trouble, but the roads are not a solid sheet. I just had to go for a drive here a little bit ago, and I took it slow. I avoided the bridges, and it was okay. What you're not going to be able to do today is go out and floor it and do 70 down 240 and hit your overpasses and be fine because the bridges are still slick. There are still issues out there from the ice that came through last night. A lot of the ice that came through last night was on the elevated surfaces, meaning anything above the ground where it's a little colder. So your power lines, your branches, they all have ice on them, and that has led to a couple of power outages. Actually, about 3,000 folks without power right now in Memphis. You don't want anybody without power, but I'd say that's pretty good. But of course, we'll keep an eye on that as round two comes in, which unfortunately is going to add a little more ice in. What's happened is this first round kind of primed the ground. It got the ground cold enough for when round two comes in. I think it's going to be a little more of a problem for us. We're going to have more ice added onto the power lines, and I think the ice tonight is going to be able to collect on the roads a little bit more. Hopefully they can get it and treat that, and it won't be a massive problem. But right now, I'm expecting some more issues this evening and into tomorrow morning. I want to start out with what's going on right now. I want to take you live to Forest City, Arkansas. That's that RDOT camera that we have. We had a crash there this morning, and it has really caused some issues for us. That's the one that's in the traffic. This one, yes. So we had a multi-vehicle crash involving an 18-wheeler. This is I-40 near Forest City, Arkansas. Traffic has not moved. We're thankful to see those lanes coming toward us moving. Earlier this morning for several hours, they were just both stopped. So if you're trying to go toward Forest City or from Forest City over to Memphis, expect some delays. I think we've got another camera. Do we have anything interesting on there? I don't think so. If not, yeah, let's just take the traffic map and you can see right now the amount of accidents that are still working. I'm counting maybe close to 10 just on that map. Now, a lot of those are on the side streets. The interstates are not seeing any more major delays, but those bridges and overpasses are very, very slick. So don't get too confident. I know you might look out your window and say, hey, you know, it doesn't look that bad on my street. And it doesn't. The side streets are pretty much okay. Just take it slow. Don't be a fool. But the bridges and the interstates and the flyovers, they're icy, and I want you to slow down. It's worse in eastern Arkansas. How will later today and tonight's round be for Oakland? Well, let's talk about it. We got some people want to know what's going on in over in Tennessee, so let's find out. First of all, I've kind of broken this down into three things you need to know. First of all, there is more freezing rain coming. It's going to start this afternoon, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., and it's going to continue into tonight through about midnight. So we've got a longer round of freezing rain with round two. I expect more ice accumulations, and like I said, because the ground has already been kind of primed, you know, the ground is already cold thanks to this first round of freezing rain. It wasn't enough to necessarily make the roads a solid sheet, but that first round of freezing rain was enough to cool them down so that they're ready for round two to accumulate more ice. So up to 1/4 of an inch more ice possible across the area. Slick roads going to be a big concern for this evening's commute and for tomorrow morning's commute. Power outage is going to be a bigger issue as well as more and more ice weighs down those power lines. Those are going to start to come down as well. So that's going to be possible all the way through tomorrow into the afternoon when we finally get above freezing. So let's time it out hour by hour. This is a new model run. I actually haven't looked at this yet, so we're going to kind of go through it hour by hour together. Again, the rest of the morning and the afternoon is looking pretty dry. Notice by 1 p.m., all that pink right there, that's the next round of freezing rain. So it's going to be approaching the area by about 2 o'clock, moving into eastern Arkansas by then. And notice your temperatures. 20s again. So we're going to have the rain coming in. That's going to freeze onto contact. That's going to start in Memphis by 3 p.m. today, and then starting in North Mississippi and Western Tennessee between 3 and 4 p.m. And watch how long it continues. I'm just going to roll the time through here. Freezing rain for everybody. Look at this. We're now at 11 p.m. That freezing rain is just starting to move out of the Memphis metro. So from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., we're going to have freezing rain continue, and that's why I'm a little more concerned that, you know, it can accumulate a little better and is going to cause some more issues for freezing rain, because this round is going to be longer than last night's round. That's going to continue through early Wednesday morning. I do think we're going to be dry by the time you wake up Wednesday morning. It won't be actually raining Wednesday morning. But whatever the ice is left behind, it's going to be there, because by 6 a.m. Wednesday, temperatures are going to be in the 20s and below freezing for everybody. And I know some of you down in Oxford, Corinth, you didn't get a lot of ice this morning. You're going to get some tonight, at least a glazing for everybody. We really don't get to freezing until noon tomorrow. So it's going to be tomorrow afternoon until any of that starts to melt. Hopefully a good bit of it can melt. And then maybe some black ice Thursday morning. I'm not as concerned about Thursday morning. It's tonight and tomorrow morning that I'm really concerned. That's going to be the worst time for your travel. Let's see here. What can I show you? Let's talk about those winter storm alerts. Still an ice storm warning for everybody, and I actually missed this earlier. It's been a busy morning. We have that ice storm warning that's been expanded now. That now includes Coahoma, Quitman, Panola, basically the entire area except for Lafayette, Tippah, Alcorn, and McNairy counties. They're under a winter weather advisory, which means you're going to get some ice. It's just not going to be as bad. We still remain under a winter or an ice storm warning for the Memphis metro, much of the Mid-South. That is going to go all the way through tomorrow at lunchtime. Let's talk about how much more ice we can get. I want to show you first how much ice we've already gotten. And really, eastern Arkansas last night got the brunt of it. 1/4 of an inch in parts of eastern Arkansas, and then once you cross the river, we got about 1/10 of an inch. So when you look at the branches, there's not that much ice, and that is why there's not a whole lot of ice that's accumulated on the roadways, because it just wasn't enough. We needed more, and we're going to get more tonight, unfortunately. I want to show you one model's rendition of how much more ice we could get. Now, this particular model says another 1/10 of an inch of ice, which is plenty to bring down power lines and cause issues on the roads. I'm going to switch these models around, though, a little bit and just kind of get an idea, because this particular model, this other model here, is showing some stuff that I really don't like. And again, what I'm showing you here, these are just models, so these are not an official forecast. This is just an idea of what could happen. There's another model's rendition of what could happen tonight. That's going to add an additional 1/2 inch of ice in some spots. Now, I'm not 100% sold on this model. This model was a little high with last night's ice totals. I think it's going to be a little high with tonight's ice totals. But it goes to show you that we're going to get more ice, and it looks like the heaviest of the ice tonight is going to be down in northern Mississippi. So we're looking for a band from Clarksdale toward the Memphis metro through DeSoto County, where there could be some significant icing potential. Let's see what we can pull up here. I want to show you, we have a product here. It's actually the Winter Storm Severity Index. And what this is going to show us is how severe the winter storm is going to be. So this is for tonight, and I know the banner doesn't match up, and I apologize. But this is kind of like our severe weather system, where we have the scale of 1 to 5. This is the same thing for winter storms. How severe is the winter storm going to be? And what you're seeing in that orange color there is a level 3 impact for the Memphis metro, eastern Arkansas, and northern Mississippi. So that means we're going to have substantial impacts from ice starting tonight and into tomorrow morning. So again, I would plan today to be off the roads in Memphis by 3 or 4 p.m. They're going to go downhill quick. I expect some issues for this evening's commute. And I don't know if I would get out tomorrow morning. Maybe we get lucky and we wake up and it wasn't that bad, and maybe crews have gotten out and salted, and shout out to our crews for working through all this. They've been out treating all day long. But if that doesn't happen, I expect some real issues that continue into tomorrow morning's commute as well. That could include some power outages. So that's all the update I had for you. That's all the latest information. The forecast is still pretty much on track. I will show you the 7-day forecast just to give you a glimmer of hope. because again, we've got that other round of freezing rain that comes in this afternoon and this evening. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start off with a little freezing rain, but temperatures climb through the day. So we're going to get to around 36 tomorrow afternoon. That will allow any ice to start to melt and turn to rain. Rain on Thursday, highs in the 40s, so it's just going to be rain. Then sunshine on Friday, 41, 50 Saturday and Sunday, and then 60 on Monday. I am personally looking very much forward to Monday when it's going to be 60 degrees and all of this will be gone. I don't know about you. I'm ready for it. All right, so that is, again, the update I had. So not hearing any more questions. Like I said, I do have the Facebook comments up. April, I hope I answered your question well enough. But if you have any other questions or comments or info about the weather, please let us know down in the comments. I'll keep an eye on those. But until then, I am going to hop off here. We have a newscast that's coming up at 11 a.m. It'll be streaming on the ABC 24 app and also on ABC 24 on TV. So wherever you get streaming news, we'll be there at 11 a.m. And of course, we'll be here through the night tonight as well. Meteorologist Daniel Moss will be here. I will be here. I'm sleeping here, as is most of the ABC 24 staff. So we want to give a big shout out to them. You should have seen it last night. There were blow-up mattresses in offices in the hallway. It was just everybody is very dedicated to staying here, staying safe themselves while also keeping you safe. So we're going to be here. I'm going to try to get some sleep here soon before the big round comes in. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, download the app. Again, it's totally free. iPhone and Android, you can get it there. And you can also text the word app to 901-321-7520. All right, we'll see you back here for ABC 24 News midday at 11. Again, that's on ABC 24 and